Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
I am fearing for the end of Ramazan as I might lose grip of my ego. How can we have better control of our faith and ego after the end of this holy month?
Bismillah. Don't look to this Ramazan as the end of Ramazan, the Eid, the Bayram as the end. Look at it as the beginning of the next one. This is the problem. Muslims of Akhir Zaman, they're only looking towards Ramazan. In Ramazan, you'll see sooner or later, especially in the West, they'll co-opt it and make it into another holiday in order for it to become acceptable to everyone, because it's a great business opportunity. They have to iron out all differences. They have to say, this is only about what? Good times, good food, good family. They try to make it to stay away as much as possible from the Islam and the prophetic traditions, so that everything sort of like becomes the same. So if Ramazan also is falling in December, you'll see starting, you see, we're same. Let's celebrate it together, don't you know? This is not how we should be carrying the purity of Islam and the purity of the Prophet's traditions, alayhi salatu wasalam. This world had faced so many challenges. The world of Islam has faced so many challenges from outside and within, but never before in this kind of confusion that is happening right now. So, concentrating just on Ramazan. What about all the other months? People don't talk at all for a long time already. Now a little bit here and there about the 3 holy months. What are they? Rajab, Sha'ban, and Ramazan. Once you start anticipating Ramazan from the month of Rajab, 2 months before, the holy days and nights, you start fasting, you start doing certain things, you start reciting certain things, you start preparing yourself. And you enter into now the month of Rajab. It has how many holy nights? 2 holy nights. 1 at the beginning, 1 at the end. So you start pulling yourself away from this dunya, from yourself. You start pulling it towards the other worlds that we come from. Then the month of Sha'ban, which is the month of the Prophet ﷺ, and right center in the month of the Prophet ﷺ, it is not a celebration of the Prophet. Shabi Barat, Laylatul Barat. It is not about the Prophet ﷺ, it's about his ummah. To show now where his love is. Other than Allah, that is between him and Allah, what does he love? His ummah. So once you start doing that, then the Ramazan is going to be very easy, very quick, very pleasurable for you. And after the Ramazan is finished, because you are following the sunnats, which is celebrating other things before the Ramazan, then you understand, after Ramazan is finished, the next one is going to be what? Qurban. It's going to be Qurban, it's going to be Hajj. So you start saying, okay, once this is done, what's the next one? What's the next thing that we have to do? We're not going to say, oh, now it is gone. What am I going to do? How am I going to keep this feeling? How am I going to keep praying? No, it's finished. It's done. Shaykh Afeni would say, goodbye, Charlie. Is the next thing that is happening, which is what? Qurban. So many things we have to do for Qurban. Qurban, Hajj, so many things we have to do about the Hajj. So how are you going to prepare now for the Hajj? How are you going to prepare now for the Qurban? It doesn't matter if you're going to the Hajj or you're not going to the Hajj. In fact, once upon a time, one beloved one of Allah, he had a dream. It was after the Hajj time, and he saw the 2 angels that is responsible for recording all the names of the people who have attended the Hajj And those who are accepted, their Hajj is accepted by Allah. Going to the Hajj is something else. Being accepted by Allah is something else. This happened hundreds of years ago. No internet, no presidents, no democracy, no capitalism. They're living in the time of sultanate, shariat, and tariqat. So one angel said to the other angel, how many people Hajj is accepted today? How many people attended the Hajj? You say, let's say, at that time, let's just say, throw it in a number, 70,000 came. Okay, 70,000 came, they're writing down. How many whose Hajj is makbul, accepted by Allah? That one angel saying, except for this friend of Allah that is accepted, there's only one other person. Two. I said, who is he? His name is so and so, but he didn't even go to the Hajj. But his Hajj is accepted. The saint saw that. He woke up. He started looking for that man whose Hajj was accepted, but he didn't go. He was a shoemaker. He was very poor. He went to find him. Through inspiration, he found him, one humble man there. And he says, oh, blessed one, tell me what your secret is. I know you have that. Shoemaker looking at him says, what secret are you talking about? He says, I know that you are beloved by Allah. This saint was saying to him. And this old man says, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not doing anything special. In fact, I didn't even, this season, people are coming back from the Hajj. I didn't even go to the Hajj. I wanted to, the man was saying. And I collected for 40 years money to go to the Hajj. And I wanted to go this year very badly. I finally collected all the money. But my neighbor, the father, just died. And the woman has so many kids, and they are hungry, and they are in very big trouble. He says, I cannot go to the Hajj, knowing my neighbor is in difficulty. I say, Ya Allah, although I didn't complete my 5th pillar in Islam, Allah will understand. So I gave all the money to that lady. Now, I don't even know I'm able to go to the Hajj until I die. The saint started crying. And he says, oh Mubarak, your Hajj is accepted by Allah. It is beloved by Allah. Where is the intention from? Intention is not from actions. Intention is from the heart. And intention, good intentions, is from a good heart. Bad intentions are from a bad heart. Knowing what is good and bad in your heart, that is a science. There's not guesswork. There's not reading. That is a science. That is a knowledge that you have to study under a master, and you have to practice over and over again to look what is inside and to clean from what is inside. So the Hajj is coming. So many things inside the Hajj that you can be preparing yourself for. Whether it is a sacrifice that you're going to sacrifice, whether it is the rites of the Hajj, preparing yourself for that. Once that's finished, you know, when we were growing up, we liked the Eid, we liked the Bayram, we liked the Bayram of Ramazan, no? Even up to today, that's where kids especially, that's where they really enjoy. But when the Bayram for the Qurban is happening, say it's not the same. When we were growing up, they say the Qurban Bayram is for old people and the Ramazan Bayram for young people. Because the lessons of Qurban is more refined. The lesson of Ramazan, everyone gets it because you fast. Some people, they're so happy after Ramazan is finished. They say, at last, it's finished, long time. Now we can relax. I say, hey, wallah. So, you have your Qurban. There are different things that you have to do to prepare. Qurban is finished. There are other things that you have to do. The month of Zulhijjah is done. What's the next month? Muharram. And the Muharram is contained a very important day of Muharram in the history of the world. It's a very important day that you have to understand and reflect and study, which is the Ashura, the 10th. After Muharram, some days pass, and what is it? Rabiul Awwal. Which is what? Which is the birth time of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. So the believer looks forward, just like in dunya, you look forward to, okay, what's summertime? Okay, what's after the summer? It's going to be fall time. What's fall time? Thanksgiving. Eat turkey day. Thanksgiving. After that, what? They look forward to, no? Before Thanksgiving finished, they're already putting up what? Christmas. Oh, you forgot Jadu Bayram? You forgot, You forgot which Bayram? Halloween, that even Muslim countries are starting to celebrate now. Halloween. So after that, not even finishing, you got Christmas. Christmas not even finishing, they say New Year. New Year not even finishing, they say what? Milk Day. Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day. Yes. Yes. They never let you to sit to say it's empty, right? And you're wondering what it is. Haq doesn't take from batil. Batil takes from haq. It is a reflection, but it is a perversion. And when you see in the calendar of haq, there are days and nights. After this, there's another one after this, there's another one. And everything is linked. Everything is linked beautifully. The sacrifice that you make, not eating and drinking in the month of Ramazan, Allah elevates it higher to become the sacrifice of your ego, which is represented in the animal that you're cutting for Qurban. That the sacrifice of the Hajj, that is a dress rehearsal for Judgment Day. The Judgment Day and the sacrifice, Allah is making it very specific, especially for us, the nation of the Akhir Zaman. Who sacrificed? What bigger sacrifice can you find amongst the prophets and amongst the saints than the sacrifice of the family of the Holy Prophet ﷺ? But you don't finish there. Of course, so many other events are on that day of Ashura, but that is a sacrifice that is linked. You don't finish that. You don't end it on a sad, bad note, because directly after that, it is but the birth of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Mawlid. Then after Mawlid is again. Yes? After the birth of the Prophet ﷺ, we enter straight into the month of? I know, but the next holy event, Rajab, the month of Allah. Understand the links I'm making now. From the birth of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, the next major event is in the month of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Again, it is what? In that month of Allah, which is a holy month. And the holy day in that, the first one is about? It's about the Prophet ﷺ. Again, it's about what? Ragaib. It's about Ragaib. It's about his holy light that descends. Oh, and the next holy night is what? Mi'raj, when his holy light ascends. So it goes on, it goes on. For people of understanding. You're not understanding, you find all of this very boring. Yeah, it's okay. We're finding it very interesting. Because it turns and it turns and it turns and it lifts. So you don't get too sad and bored to say, Ramazan is finished, what's next? There's nothing after that. No. You've got the whole year until next Ramazan to prepare now. May Allah forgive us for all our shortcomings in this Ramazan. So many we make. For the sake of the Prophet ﷺ and the Holy Ones, may He accept our weak service, inshallah. May we become better. Al-Fatiha. Amen. Assalamu alaikum.